The San Francisco 49ers have made a significant shift in the way they handle their football operations, especially regarding contract extensions for their homegrown talent. For years under the leadership of Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch, and Jed York, the team consistently waited until the last possible moment to finalize deals with key players. Typically, these negotiations dragged on throughout the offseason, with agreements rarely coming through until training camp was already underway. This pattern created a lot of headaches and uncertainty within the organization, impacting both the players and the team's overall focus on football. Looking back at the recent past, George Kittle's contract extension is a prime example of this delay. Despite being one of the franchise's cornerstone players, Kittle didn't secure his new deal until several weeks into training camp. Fred Warner's extension was similarly late, only getting done in late July of 2021. While Warner's situation didn't involve the same drama as others, the lateness was unmistakable. Then there was Deebo Samuel, whose contract saga played out very publicly, filled with social media posts and tension that lasted until well into training camp. At one point, he was one of the highest paid wide receivers without a contract until finally signing just as the preseason was starting. Nick Bosa, although without any public drama, also waited until the Wednesday before the season opener against the Pittsburgh Steelers to sign his record-breaking deal. Even Brandon Ayuk and Trent Williams only sealed their contracts right before the first game of the last season. This habit of pushing contract extensions to the brink has cost the 49ers in several ways. The most obvious consequence is financial. By waiting so long, the team often ends up paying significantly more for players than they might have if they acted earlier. Brandon Ayuk's case illustrates this well. Had the Niners locked him into a deal earlier in the offseason, they could have secured him for roughly $25 million per year. Instead, because other receivers in the league were paid big money first, the market value inflated and Ayuk's price tag shot up to $30 million annually. This kind of market reset is a costly gamble that teams try to avoid. Signing players early, especially a year ahead of when they become free agents, often means paying them only 60 to 70% of what their eventual market value could be. The Philadelphia Eagles are well known for this strategy, regularly getting ahead of the curve and locking in deals before the market heats up. Beyond the financial impact, delaying contract signings creates distractions that take away from football. Preparation. When contract talks drag on, the noise and drama inevitably seep into training camp and preseason, causing both players and coaches to lose focus on the field, instead of being fully locked in on practice, game planning, and building. Team chemistry, attention is diverted to contract negotiations and the uncertainty surrounding the roster. This kind of distraction is detrimental in a sport where timing, precision, and physical conditioning are everything. We saw this play out in the physical condition of several players who signed late deals last season. Brandon Ayuk appeared noticeably out of shape. Deebo Samuel seemed to carry some extra weight, and even Nick Bosa was slightly off his usual peak, which contributed to his unusually slow start with a sack drought in the early games of the year. This is no coincidence. When players are consumed with contract negotiations, they can't fully dedicate themselves to preparing for the season, which affects their performance and, by extension, the team's overall readiness. Practice sessions, which are supposed to be about refining plays, perfecting timing, and sharpening instincts, suffer when players aren't in peak shape or mentally distracted. The entire team dynamic can be thrown off balance by these ongoing contract battles. In any professional setting, whether corporate, sports, or personal relationships, unnecessary noise and distractions always lead to suboptimal outcomes. Controlling what can be controlled and avoiding drama is critical to success. And for a football team, that means getting contracts done early and maintaining a clear focus on the game. Last year's offseason exemplified what happens when this principle is ignored. The Niners endured a series of ugly back and forths in the media, rumors and uncertainty that disrupted training camp and preseason. The team often practiced without its full complement of starters because key players were held up in contract talks. This lack of continuity and cohesion was costly. the distractions prevented the players from being fully engaged, and the team paid the price on the field. There's been a growing chorus of voices suggesting that the 49ers should learn from the Eagles and other organizations that excel at handling contracts proactively. Signing deals early not only saves money, but also keeps the team focused and united heading into the season. The cost of waiting extends far beyond the contract numbers. It erodes trust, creates tension, and ultimately hurts the team's chances of success. Some fans push back against these comparisons, telling critics to focus on covering the Eagles instead of comparing the Niners to them. However, the facts are clear. The Niners themselves have recognized this issue and started to change their approach. This shift became evident with how they handled the contract situation of De'Mornay Pearson-L last year during a difficult season. Overshadowed by drama, knowing that Pearson-L would hit free agency and that the team could lose him or face higher costs, the Niners signed him early, bucking their usual pattern of delay. That move set a precedent, showing that the team was listening and ready to adjust their philosophy. Getting ahead of the market rather than chasing it is a smarter approach. As the NFL's salary cap continues to rise, waiting can only make contracts more expensive, forcing teams into tough decisions or losing valuable players. Other teams have seen their markets reset dramatically, with players like Derek Stingley signing deals worth $30 million per year, and Carolina's J.C. Horn making $25 million annually. Defensive stars such as Jalen Ramsey and Pat Surtain command salaries in the mid-20s, while several corners earn upwards of $20 million per year. In that context, the 49ers' decision to lock down De'Mornay Pearson-L for an average annual value of about $17 million is an absolute bargain. Pearson-L's skill level and potential put him on par with many of the highest paid players at his position around the league. By signing him early, the Niners secured a key piece of their defense at a fraction of what the market would demand later. Following that early extension, the Niners continued this new trend by moving quickly on other key players. They re-signed George Kittle shortly after the NFL draft, locking him in before the market could inflate his price. They also secured Brock Purdy last Friday, and just recently on May 19th of 2025, they extended Fred Warner's contract. This proactive approach signals a new era of smarter business management within the organization. George Kittle's new contract reflects this philosophy well. Trey McBride, the league's highest paid tight end, recently signed for $19 million annually. The Niners matched that market, giving Kittle $19.1 million per year. Had they waited, and Kittle had an exceptional season, his price tag could have easily jumped to $20 or even $25 million per year. The team understood that tight ends are still a relative bargain compared to wide receivers who are routinely signed for $30 to $40 million annually. Brock Purdy's extension also demonstrates the benefits of acting early rather than waiting. To see if he could maintain or improve his performance during the upcoming season, the Niners committed to him now with a deal worth $53 million in average annual value. If they had held off and Purdy played well again, the cost could have easily risen to $60 million. Some might argue this approach carries risk. What if Kittle got injured or Purdy didn't perform? But the Niners' schedule this year appears manageable, and the organization seems confident in its evaluations and forward planning. Fred Warner's contract extension is equally telling. The team locked him in on a 3-year, $63 million deal, including $56 million in guaranteed money and an average annual value of $21 million. Warner had 2 years remaining on his previous contract, but waiting to negotiate later could have forced the team into an even more expensive deal. With the NFL salary cap continuing to rise, linebackers could soon be commanding salaries in the $20 to $25 million range annually. Signing core players early not only saves money, but also keeps the locker room stable and motivated. Paying your leaders and key contributors fairly and promptly sends a clear message that the organization values their contributions and wants them fully focused on football. Disgruntled players distracted by contract disputes can become liabilities on and off the field. The Niners' move to pay their pillars is an investment in team culture and success. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a move that could send shockwaves through the NFL, rumors have emerged that Derrick Henry, the powerhouse running back known for his punishing style and game-changing performances, is on the verge of joining the San Francisco 49ers in a blockbuster deal. This potential acquisition signals a major shift in the team's offensive strategy and could dramatically alter the balance of power in the league. Derrick Henry, who has been one of the most dominant running backs in recent years, brings a rare combination of size, speed, and strength that few defenders can match. Standing at 6 feet 3 inches and weighing over 240 pounds, Henry has bulldozed his way through defenses with his signature stiff arms and relentless running style. His ability to break tackles and extend plays has earned him a reputation as one of the most feared backs in the NFL. And his presence could give the 49ers an explosive weapon in their ground game. The San Francisco 49ers have long been known for their strong running attack and physical style of play, but adding Henry to their roster could take their offense to a new level. With a dynamic quarterback and a solid offensive line, Henry's power running could open up the passing game and put even more pressure on opposing defenses. This acquisition would not only bolster their running game, but also provide a reliable and consistent option in short yardage and goal line situations. Speculation about the deal began circulating after reports surfaced of intense negotiations between the 49ers front office and Henry's representatives. While the details of the contract remain under wraps, insiders suggest the agreement involves significant financial commitment, reflecting Henry's value as a game-changing player. If the deal is finalized, it would represent one of the most significant moves of the offseason, potentially reshaping the competitive landscape of the NFL. For Derrick Henry, joining the 49ers offers a fresh challenge and an opportunity to showcase his talents on a new stage. After years of success with his current team, this move could reinvigorate his career and position him as a central figure in one of the league's most storied franchises. Fans and analysts alike are eager to see how Henry's presence will impact the 49ers offense and whether he can help lead the team deep into the playoffs. The timing of the announcement is crucial as the NFL offseason is heating up with teams looking to strengthen their rosters ahead of the upcoming season. Henry's rumored move to San Francisco could trigger a ripple effect, influencing other team strategies and prompting a wave of player movement across the league. In conclusion, the possibility of Derrick Henry joining the San Francisco 49ers represents a high-stakes gamble with potentially huge rewards. His powerful running style and proven track record make him an ideal fit for a team looking to dominate on the ground and control the clock. As the rumors gain momentum, all eyes will be on the 49ers and Henry to see if this explosive deal comes to fruition and how it will redefine the team's pursuit of NFL glory. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.